driving home from work for my first shift on Sunday. I've been working all weekend. And I wanted to talk about Leland and the fact that he's now interfering in Germany's far-right party and influencing them around another event like we had on November 5th, our event. And just how obvious it is to me what he's doing. And, so I know I'm an intuitive, but a common non-intuitive, just regular person walking down the street would notice this too. So you know that the FBI, you know that Biden probably has information and is noticing this as well. Leland is also influencing things in India, and he's influenced things in other parts of the world. And what does he have? What does Leland have? What is the common denominator of what he has? Why would all these far-right parties across the world and us, what is it that we would use that he would have? It could be money, it could be Bitcoin, yes. Remember, this is all for entertainment purposes only. But it's, something that starts with S. It's a common denominator, item that he has, that he's well known for, starts with an S. So, that, it's just so obvious to me why they're accepting his help. He's not a president, he's not a diplomat, he's not in government at all. He's not in, working in the U.S. embassies across the world. He's just a tech guy, a Nepo baby from South Africa. So it's not like he has any great influence. So what does he have? Well, obviously he has some object and something that everybody could use and benefit from. Now, what does he get from it? That's a good question, right? You could go into some diabolical answers of him just being some crazy person like in the movie, wanting to rule the world, wanting to be on top of the top of the top of, like King Herod, on top of the top, closest to the sun. Power beyond my means, like Zod from Superman 2. It's crazy, it's diabolical. It's even more crazy than 45, I feel like. But it's clear. So why aren't we doing anything about it? If we don't do something about this, I really have to wonder about us. And as much as I love Biden, I really love and admire Biden. His message that he sent out on Christmas was absolutely beautiful. I love him. He's been a great president in a perilous time, a horrible time. But if he doesn't do something about this, and he just leaves us to this horrible theft that happened, and it's happening around Poland, at least, isn't it Poland? At least they're doing something about it. I don't know if I can ever forgive Biden if he doesn't do something about this. I know he doesn't want anyone to think that he's one of those guys and he's like MAGA, but I actually did earlier, I heard him say, we're going to have our own insurrection. Why not? Everybody, and I don't mean like the kind that happened on January 6th, but having to do a thing where we have an audit. That's what I heard. We're going to have our own insurrection. It's called an election audit. I shouldn't have said those words. This is all for entertainment purposes only, not fact. An audit. That's what I heard him say. We're going to have our own insurrection. It's called an audit. The vote audit. It's going to have to be an audit. Maybe not a revote or a recount, but an audit. And someone was at Rosie was showing, from Rosie Insights, was showing information that recently came out about Maricopa County, of all places, there it is again in the news, finding irregularities, just like we all talked about, across the board with votes that were for Kamala and votes for Trump, and they found some very strange data, but pretty much what we all know, that her name was dropped off during the tabulation, and his was kept. That's what I've seen. Like a whole bunch of her votes were dropped because the down ballot Democrats were all fine. It was her. It was her that was dropped all the way across the board. So if they do these audits in the swing states, they're going to have to ask for a delay in the inauguration. And I did hear March 16th would be a possible delayed inauguration. I also hear January 13th would be when Biden announces something or does an audit. He may announce something before then. It may be like January 3rd he announces something, but I'm getting like January 13th. He doesn't want to do it, but he's going to have to do it. And again, if he doesn't, I would be very disappointed in him. Despite all the wonderful things that he's done, I would just be so disappointed. And I still don't see Trump being inaugurated. But let me put it this way. What I do see is that should he still be inaugurated, the depression, the heaviness, the sadness that would fall upon America would be like 9/11, like a darkness falling over America. I think some people are going to kill themselves. That's honestly what I've seen and felt. So I honestly don't think that they should post or air an inauguration of Trump. It really is like if somebody invited your grapist, you know what I'm talking about, without the G, a grapist, to your slumber party. It says, there you go, here they are. You'd be horrified. It's that feeling. Like, we all know who 45 is. We know I can't even look at the guy. I can't look at him. I can't hear him. I can't look at him. And I think a lot of people feel that way, especially if you're not in the cult, because you know exactly who he is now. We all know who he is. And it's not a good energy. So I don't know how they could even air an inauguration. I do feel like with the government shutdown, his plan and Leland's plan was to get into the White House and just take over. That was going to be a coup. And take all the money and say, oh, it's all Bitcoin now, and all your money doesn't count, all the money in your bank account doesn't count, everything's new, we've changed everything, Biden's gone now, we had our own inauguration, and it's all changed. That's what they were going to do. It was going to be a coup. That's what that was. The government shutdown was supposed to be that, but it failed. And again, why did it fail? Because people did good things and made good decisions, and John McCain and others on the other side were influencing, like angelic influence. That's what I see. Oh, the fog. 5 days of fog. I drove home last night amid this huge swarm of fog, and it's all over America. And it's like, why? What is going on here? Here, I'm at the store. I have to get some milk and stuff. But I said, it's not normal to have fog all across America, and for 5 days in a row. And people, there's those random people online like, oh, it's perfectly normal. No, it's not. It's not perfectly normal to have fog all day and night in December or any time in the Midwest, especially all across America. Maybe San Francisco, yeah, okay. But not all the way across America. That's insane. That just does not happen. Let's see if I can park here. I just need to run and get milk and stuff. I hate going to the store because I just want to go home and be with my puppy dog. But I feel like, I'm sorry, but I feel like there's a manipulation of the weather. I've always felt that. Go look it up. It's real. GMA did it on cloud seeding. Good Morning America. Dubai does cloud seeding. I feel like they didn't want us to see the UFOs or the drones. And that pisses me off. How many of you are ready to see aliens, our intergalactic friends? I am. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk to them. I'm ready to see them. Why are we being treated like children? Why can't we just, like, with the thing that happened on November 5th, just tell us. Just tell us. Treat us like adults. With things with the UFOs, aliens, whatnot, whatever you want to call it. Just tell us. Just tell us. We're adults here. I personally want this to happen. I want to see and talk to aliens. I want this to move forward. We're evolving. We've evolved. Don't hide it from us. We are not babies. We deserve to finally meet up with those of us who have watched Star Trek and and have had past experiences with aliens or intergalactic beings. We're ready, and they're taking it away from us, putting us in a fog of lies, a fog of deception, and also just fog. I do feel like they created the fog. I do. And you know, some crazy things have been happening where people in my area will say, "Oh, I just saw some drones." And then right after that, someone will say on a community board, "Did you hear that loud bang?" I heard like 3 loud bangs. And then here comes the fog. It really makes you wonder. It really does. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much into that because I know some people don't believe in weather manipulation. But you know what? If you believe all this other stuff and you don't believe in weather manipulation, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Not everything is a conspiracy theory. There's a lot of stuff happening right in front of us, and they're hiding a lot of things from us. And we're adults here. I feel like they're treating us like little toddlers, and then they have all the power, they have all the money, they have all the information, and they're deciding just to keep us in the dark. And I'm sick of that. I want truth. I want truth. Who's governing who? Does the government work for us? And when I say this, I don't mean any bad things or any revolutionary or any negative or any terrorist. You know, I'm just saying I'm a very peaceful person, but I'm just saying, who really runs the government? Isn't the government supposed to be here for us? It's not supposed to coddle us and lie to us and hide things from us and take money off of us. The government is supposed to be servants that we elected into office to represent us. Us, we the people. And so far all I'm seeing is them having all the information, power, money, and even messing with our votes and lying about it, and then keeping us completely in the dark. And then that's when you go, oh yeah, they want it like an abuser. They want us to be not woke, which means not awake, which means asleep. And why do they want you to be asleep? That's so they can get by with shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my milk for my kids and something for dinner. I have to work, so I probably can't bake anything, unfortunately. I have to make pizza or something like that. Thanks for listening, you guys. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm getting that Biden does know, FBI, others, they know, but they're treating us like children. But at the end of the day, if Biden does do something, and again, January 3rd or January 13th, I'll be happy. If not, I'm just going to feel a deep sense of betrayal. And I want my vote. I want my vote to count. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.